Have a seat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. All right. We're rolling. We're back again at Lund, BC for another fireside whiskey review. Whiskey Taste Buds. And this is Greg and I'm Adam, Blue Collar and Scholar Whiskey Pairing. And today we're doing a special whiskey from Campbelltown. This one is a Glen Scotia double cask. Glen Scotia, first of all, I love Campbellton whiskeys. They're so unique. They all have the same, like, different character, but all sort of same style. Like, or not same style, but just unique. I don't know how else to say it. Campbellton Distillery is owned by a Lachlan group. Not a huge distillery. It's got one 16,000 liter wash still and one 12,000 liter spirit still, with a capacity of about 600,000 liters a year.
Campbellton is an interesting area. It's in the Mullaghtyre of Scotland, and at one point it was the whiskey capital of Scotland, with about 30 plus distilleries back in the 1800s. Now they have 2 or 3. They have Glen Scotia and Springbank.
And Glen...
Glenga? No.
There's one other one. Isn't there? Kilcairn?
Well, there's the Kintyre distillery that's just opened up, but I'm not sure they're doing any whiskey yet. Or gin.
So, Glen Scotia double cask. Bottled at 46% ABV, which means it's most likely non-chill filtered. It is definitely non-chill filtered. And seeing that it is a double cask, and one of those casks being a PX sherry cask, I would say there's probably no color added either. Beautiful, beautiful color.
Yeah. Very much.
The other cask being ex-bourbon.
And again, we are fairly low in the bottle on this one. Matter of fact, this is probably
again
the last of the heel.
Another heel.
We've been doing a lot of practicing to get to this point.
Glen Scotia here in BC is not the easiest to find. There are some bottles you can find in some liquor stores and private liquor stores, but if you ever see one, I would suggest, and you're a bit of a whiskey geek or like experimenting or trying new things, I'd highly recommend trying any Glen Scotias. They're all fantastic. We've done a few reviews on some of them for the Advent calendar back in Christmas as well. But this is a really nice, well-rounded.
A little soft in the nose, but again, that could be because it's had a fair amount of oxidation over the period of this.
I'm getting like some fruit on the nose, maybe apple, and a bit of peach, maybe.
Yes,
There's a sort of peach sweetness in there.
Certainly peach.
And I'm also getting like a fudge, there's a fudge sweetness in there as well.
You sure you're not sucking up smoke in your nose?
Not smoky fudge. Like vanilla fudge.
Let's give it a try.
Mm-hmm. Great mouthfeel. It's kind of oily mouthfeel. Again, I'm getting that like kind of a vanilla fudgy note. I think they've done a really good job of blending ex-bourbon and PX whiskeys. If you ever have the chance of trying a PX, 100% PX whiskey, it's almost too much. It's almost over the top sherry influence. Very, very strong flavors, and I think the blend with the ex-bourbon really kind of is a beautiful marrying of two types of whiskeys. So don't always turn your nose up at double casks or double woods. Sometimes some distilleries get it right, and I think they did on this one. Unfortunately, there's no age statement, so I really don't know what the age of the whiskeys that are going into this are. Maybe there's some younger whiskey in there, but
It's a nice blend without using blend in the way that we normally think of blended whiskey. But
it kind of starts out as like a, for me anyway, it starts out as like a ex-bourbon whiskey, and then the finish is where the PX comes through, and you sort of get like a lot of the sherry notes in the finish.
But not overwhelmed either by it.
That's right. Yeah.
What would you rate this one at, if you could?
Well, I don't like to do too much of the number ratings. Somebody brought it to my attention that it's very subjective and
Of course.
can be misleading.
Yeah.
But
subjectively, how would you compare it with other whiskeys that you've had of a similar range?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I highly recommend buying this. And much like I said earlier, any Glen Scotia is worth getting if you can find them. They're good.
Always
good whiskeys.
try to have at least a bottle on the shelf.
For sure.
Just for events like this, and also for the opportunity to sit back and enjoy what this particular whiskey offers.
Earlier when I was talking about the Campbellton style whiskey, it's not really accurate because, I mean, Springbank is a Campbellton whiskey as well, and they have 3 different styles in their core ranges. So they have the Hazelburn, they have Longrow, which is a peated whiskey, Hazelburn, which is non-peated, and then they have
Springbank.
Springbank itself. So you can't really say it's Campbellton has a style because there's not many distilleries, but I think there's like a salinity, like not like an Isla iodine, but there's a salinity note that makes me feel like it's a coastal whiskey. And I think that comes out in the palate on this one as well.
Sludge.